in eastern North Carolina. So that is the storm now. Hail guaranteed. The rotation is definitely there. It is around the Highway 11 corridor moving on through, and as it heads on toward the Stokes area, want to give you that heads up. Back to Live Viper 9 with the storm coming on through.
We do have a possible rotating wall cloud near Falkland.
That's where we were just looking.
Yeah,
That's
where
right,
we were just
Patrick.
looking.
Yep.
So needless, again, that storm is starting to wrap up again, and there's still a tornado warning. Greenville, we can give you the all clear, but Falkland and up towards north of Welcome Middle School now, we're talking about out towards North Pitt High School, Bethel, Stokes, then eventually out towards Parmalee, Robertsonville, Everett, right along 64, out towards Bear Grass. This is the area that we're going to be watching here in the next couple of minutes, and looking at that rotation, it's kind of in a weird place right now, but it does look like it is strengthening just a little bit. But there may be two areas of rotation that are developing here. One that is on Highway 11, and then one that's kind of out here developing in through here. If we can go over to the velocity product real quick, and I'm seeing it on one image, but I want to make certain that we've got it on another. And yeah, it looks like there's two areas. One that is crossing Highway 13 right now, and then another one that's kind of developing back on the southwest flank of it towards Falkland. That's weak. I think the one that we're mainly concerned with is going to be this one that's about to cross Highway 13 here in the next couple of minutes, and that's going to be pulling up towards Stokes in the extreme northern portion of Pitt County, coming up Highway 903.
And Patrick, to show you again how our Viper is tracking this spot on, let's go to Live I-9. I've now readjusted the camera. Before you go there, control room, if you could go back for just a moment, just to show you perspective, the Greenville camera is right here looking toward the north. I'm looking to the north with you right here. Now go to Live I-9. You can see right in through here. Again, we can't confirm if this is on the ground right now, but very possibly these are the funnels, or what we call vortices, or the spinning portions of the clouds moving across this portion, right across just to say around the Highway 11 corridor, as Patrick was pointing out with Live Viper 9. So this is still a very dangerous situation. We're looking toward the north now from the Greenville camera perspective with that storm moving on by. Dontae?
David, our producer Stephen says that we have reports of a possible tornado forming where, Stephen? Near Belvoir.
Yeah, and this is where we're looking right now, friends. So Belvoir, making sure now, Highway 33, northwest of Greenville. This is exactly where Patrick was pointing out. Dontae was drawing with with our telestrator pen on this portion. This is Highway 33 right here, Belvoir. So I tell you what, this is again just further confirmation of how powerful our communication, you, our viewers, giving us this information to confirm. Go ahead, Patrick.
Tornado on the ground north of Greenville. That's a tornado on the ground. I've got the picture right here. I'm gonna retweet it. We can pull it up here in just a second. But there's a tornado on the ground on the north side of Greenville.
Is
and there it is right
again?
there. Mm-hmm. There it is. There's your rotation. Again, there is a tornado on the ground right now north of Greenville. If you're in the city, don't worry about it. But if you are to the north, if you're coming up Highway 11,
north of the loop.
Yeah, you got my Twitter. Go ahead and pull it up. There it is. Actually, let me do that again. There's a tornado on the ground. There it is.
There it is right there.
North of Greenville. You need to be in a safe place right now. There is your tornado on the ground right now. That is north of Greenville. I'm going to get a little bit more confirmation where that exactly is.
If you're in Stokes, you need to be in your safe place.
Exactly.
Right,
Stokes, Parmalee, Robertsonville, be in a safe place immediately, because this is going to be pooling up there here in the next couple of minutes. Now, granted, this is some fairly rural lands out here, but we know there is population centers all over the place. So
there
again,
it is.
Whitehurst, Oakley, Parmalee, 540. What time is it now?
It's 5:32 now.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Parmalee,
10 minutes or less.
Robertsonville. This is going to be pulling up into Martin County here in the next couple of minutes. Everett, Ballard, Grabtown, 617. You've got to be in a safe place right now, especially if we're telling you, if you live in Stokes. We got some friends up there live around Stokes. Be in a safe place right now up along 903, coming up on Beargrass Road.
Yes.
You got to be in a safe place right now. This is going to be just to the, this may clip just to the north of Stokes, but it's so close. We cannot let that be any indication that we're thinking that it's not going to hit Stokes. It's just to the north, but it's going to be very, very close. So I need Stokes to be in a safe place. If you have a Stokes mailing address, to be in a safe place right now. If you live in the extreme northeastern portion of Pitt County, there is a tornado that has been reported on the ground. We have got the picture. We showed you that just a second ago. That came from Ricky Matthews. Thanks to him, I'm going to be thanking my lucky stars to him here later on today, because he's got some great footage from getting these today. And again, that is being reported as a tornado on the ground. So Stokes, be in a safe place right now. It is coming up on your area right now. Beargrass, Parmalee, and eventually we're talking out towards the Highway 64 corridor, around where the Hampton Inn is, the Bob Martin Agricultural Center, where we did the Kids Fest a couple weeks ago. So you need to be in a safe place as well.
It looks like we have a picture from the Greenville Airport. If we can bring that up, guys. There you go, right there.
There you go.
Okay, and this is exactly where we're...
That's from the airport.
This is where we're looking right now. So as we go back to, and again, we'll toggle back and forth with these pictures, confirming what we're seeing with Live Viper 9. Right here, this is that low-level lock that is right here now into Stokes. The couplet has just crossed over Highway 1113. So as it was just to the north of the airport, go back to that picture if we could. Once you get it back, give me the heads up. We'll go back to the picture of that the possible tornado. It looked like it was a tornado all the way on the ground.
There's your low-level lock right there.
There is our low-level lock. So we're right on this thing with you, friends. We are in northeastern Pitt County. If you live along Highway 30, Highway 1113, Highway 903 in the northeastern portions of Pitt County, this is what is moving through northeastern Pitt County as we speak. This is a picture, again, Dontae, just from the airport perspective, I believe. We're looking from the airport just to the north, in and around this portion of northeastern Pitt County, and it looks like this particular picture captured the tornado on the ground. So yes, it is. What normally happens here is a tornado will pulse like a spring up and down, and this right now, this is pulsing back up again. And I will also, I want to do another analysis of the storm. This is a very likely, where we've got this low-level lock. This is where the tornado is. Highway 30, Highway 903, and it's just past Highway 1113, as the picture just showed us, just to the north of the airport. So this is now moving toward Beargrass. It will be moving across the Robertsonville area, southern portions of Martin County. Right now is your time to get into your safe area, away from windows. Make sure you're in your safe area as this storm is heading toward the northeast. And if it continues to stay intense, as it is continuing to do, it will be moving through the Williamson area, another very highly populated, dense area, within the next 30 minutes. We have another dramatic picture coming in of this storm. It looks like the tornado as it went through between Belle Arthur and Farmville here. It's pointing out to our viewers, you keep talking, Dontae, but this is that wedge right in through here. A very impressive signature from this picture, again, around the Belle Arthur area in Farmville.
And again, this storm is pulsing up and down. Just got a new picture from Blake Smith. He's got a wall cloud. It is rotating hard. He said it is rotating, but right now it may not be on the ground, but we've seen the picture that it was on the ground. So again, this thing is pulsing up and down. 1 minute's on the ground, 1 minute's not. You cannot take all the precautions necessary.
We're treating this 100% as a tornado at this point. And I'm assuming, is he at the Stokes? Is he near the 903 and Highway 30 intersection, or like in those corridors in that area?
It looks like he may be somewhere close to 13 and 30.
He's coming in the backside, as a smart weather spotter and storm chaser will do. Now we got to remember, the folks that are partnering with us right now are trained. They know how to track these things. This is not for anyone just to get out and do. I trust that you, my friends, our viewers, we are wanting you to just stay right here in your safe place, and we will continue to track this. Let's move right on back into the storm. We've got two areas of concern. I want to revisit the storm now in Halifax County. Let's check on this low-level lock right in through here, and we'll come right back to Pitt County in just a moment. But again, just east of Enfield, this is very likely where the tornado is now in Halifax County. It is moving toward the east-north northeast at about 30 miles per hour. Incredible amounts of lightning with this severe thunderstorm. It will stay just to the north of Scotland Neck. But if you're along Highway 125, if you are looking toward the northeastern portions along the Roanoke River, this is now your time to make sure you're in your safe area, as this storm will be crossing over the Roanoke River into Northampton County, affecting Jackson, Lasker, Rich Square, just a few of the towns out ahead of this storm within the next 30 minutes, making sure you're staying safe in Halifax County. And very soon, this severe thunderstorm, capable and likely producing a tornado, will be moving into Northampton County. Here again, it's just a few of the cities, just a few of the towns that we're talking about here as it's moving toward the northeast. You want to make sure you're in that safe place right now if you're in this portion of Halifax County, moving off toward the northeast. And this storm is again tracking about 30 miles per hour toward the east-northeast. Let's come on back again to the northeastern portions of Pitt County.
And just so you know,
southern section.
That storm up to the north is producing hail up the size of golf balls, and it is 7 miles southwest of Halifax, moving northeast at 35.
It is an extremely intense, dangerous, tornadic thunderstorm. The low-level lock, Dontae, does it look like that still has a low-level lock on this storm?
Yeah, it doesn't look
County?
like it still has a low-level lock. It might have, as we've been mentioning about the pulsing up and down, it looks like maybe some of the spin has gone just a bit, but we still have some shearing.
Very much so. This looks like the couplet right there. Yeah, and we can zoom in right on that, Dontae. You've nailed it. You've found it. It's exactly where it is. This is where we're seeing that couplet now. It is the rotation of the storm coming toward the radar site, away from the radar site. Where are we looking right now? It's just to the west of Stokes. So Highway 30, Highway 903, this portion right here, just to give you the two road indicators here. And Dontae, I know you are working diligently just to track and analyze the storm here, but if we could put those streets on here, we'll zoom out just a little bit perhaps just to show you again. We are in the Stokes area of northeastern Pitt County. This storm now we are tracking at 5:38 in the afternoon with you on this Friday evening to the south of Bethel. The storm will be crossing over the Martin and Pitt County lines within the next 15 minutes or so as it's heading off toward the east-northeast at about 25 to 30 miles per hour. This is the storm of concern right now in Pitt County. North of Greenville, for the time being, the storm is not impacting or threatening Greenville any longer. We've received word that many entities, many major businesses, hospital, any portion of the Greenville metro area standing down now. Good news there in terms of Greenville residents, but our concern now for those in the Stokes area. Here again, it is preparing to cross Highway 30 as I speak to you right now. If you're just to the northwest of Stokes, and where I mean by that, this is Highway 903 coming through the Stokes area to the north of Highway 903 and just to the west, if not right along Highway 30. Now we're looking at this very likely funnel cloud or possible tornado moving on through. Dontae?
David, we have another picture coming in off of Highway 11 by Country Mart. You can see
yes,
that.
And this is going out toward North Pitt High School, the Country Mart in between Welcome Middle School. Go ahead, Dontae.
No, you're absolutely right. Now, I just wanted to commend our viewers and those who live out in these areas have taken these pictures and sending those in to us to sort of verify
doing it safely, of course.
What's going on. Absolutely. These storms, you know, as we noticed from the Belhaven tornado, these storms are certainly no joke, and you have to take caution. And once we tell you to get in that safe place, I mean, goodness, you have to do that.
Life-threatening.
Absolutely. And I know we just passed the anniversary of 2011 when a series of strong tornadoes entered eastern North Carolina. This is one of those afternoons and one of those evenings, and it's already proven that we're seeing tornado after tornado. We don't know the intensity of these yet. Damage has not come in yet. But as we survey these over the next few days, we're certainly going to learn more and more about the damage that these storms have produced. But I can't stress this enough. This is one of those afternoons where it's not over yet. We still have more storms off to our west. We still have more storms that are moving into the 9 on your side viewing area. So we're going to be on the TV side as long as these tornado warnings continue. We're going to stay on the air to keep you safe and to keep you ahead of any storm and alert you to any danger. That's what we're here to do, to send you an alert.
Yes.
As soon as we get it, we pass it along to you. Now, if it's a severe thunderstorm, we're certainly going to stay online and on the social media networks. But as soon as the tornado comes down, we're back on air, and we're bringing it to you, David.
And we're continuing to be on the air because of that very reason, Dante. Absolutely right. This now, our warning. This is the danger zone, if you will. This is what we call the warning box or warning polygon. The couplet. This is where we are tracking. Very likely, this is where the tornado is now. It's crossing Highway 30. It is preparing to cross over into Martin County. So if you are watching us now from Everett, if you're watching us from Beargrass, if you're watching us from Parmalee, Robertsonville, this is the storm that is moving toward you very, very quickly now. I hope that you have already heeded the advice, heeded the warning. You have received that alert, and you are in your safe area, away from windows, center of your home. Put yourself as much wall space, put as much protection between yourself and the outside as possible. Hail is very likely moving along the Pitt and Martin County line as we speak. These dark areas,
hail,
go ahead.
David,
Yes, go ahead.
Don't mean to interrupt you,
this is live TV. Go ahead.
We have another picture of that. There is the hail right there, Stephen. This is the Farmville Country Club.
Impressive.
Tremendous amounts of hail. It almost looks like snow.
It does. It does.
Tremendous amounts of hail. You see the condensation. Patrick, you said someone said that.
No, you still can't say the snow word.
Amazing stuff.
We
there.
certainly have been through a lot of weather the past couple of seasons, you know, and Patrick just mentioned, you know, just for a moment of levity, a lot of us here in Eastern North Carolina went through the winter season receiving inches of snow, and we said severe weather season is around the corner. We want spring, and here it is, unfortunately. Absolutely
right. Let me jump in really quick here, gentlemen. Robertsonville, in your safe area right now. This likely is where the tornado is preparing to move into your area as we speak. Parmalee, you're in your safe area right now. I hope you're already there. Go to Doppler for a moment for our control room, just keeping us on cue here. We do appreciate everyone this afternoon keeping us up to date. Reason I'm zooming in, this is neighborhood Doppler, our capability to go right down to the street level. Parmalee, this is where the rotation is likely at this moment, crossing over the Pitt and Martin County lines. It is moving into Robertsonville very soon. Hail, very likely. You know that hail we just showed you in Farmville? That's where it's falling now. It's falling now around the Robertsonville area, and it will continue to move toward the northeast, east-northeast, about 25 to 30 miles per hour. This is likely where we have the tornado now, near Parmalee. It is preparing to move across the old 64 into Robertsonville. Here is new 64, or the 4-lane. Here is old 64, just to give you that perspective now. Highway 903 working up. Beargrass Road is just to the right, or to the right of your television screen, to give you that perspective of where we are. Parmalee, right now in your safe area. I hope you're already, I know you're there. I'm going to trust that you're there, because this is where the storm is. This is where the probable tornado is. And the reason we want to be so careful the way we always present factual accuracy, safety. That's our number one job, to keep you safe in Eastern North Carolina. This now, the new volume scan coming in, perhaps it's not necessarily relaxing, but I want to point out that it's now moving very quickly into the Robertsonville area. So this is where the storm is. It may be aloft, may be on the ground. It all depends on the pulse. Patrick Ellis.
And I agreed with that, because we've seen it. 1 minute it's down, the other minute it's not, and it's just a wall cloud. We've gotten several different views from this. I got one picture that just came in. I just retweeted it. This was looking from southern Edgecombe County about 20 minutes ago when that storm was pushing through. So needless to say, we've gotten multiple views of this storm from many different locations. Let's go ahead and pull that up. And this was actually the wall cloud looking from southern Edgecombe County, looking back off towards the south and east. That came from Nathan Hooks. Appreciate that from sending that in. But again, everybody, we've got a lot of folks out there today, a lot of folks trying to head home. It's a lot of folks heading home from work. It's Friday. If you can hold off, I got a couple of questions on Twitter about, can I go here? Can I go there? I would hold off until this evening, until this thing can kind of calm down. We still got a little bit of time to go here. I did get a question about going to Raleigh. Raleigh's getting hammered right now as far as severe thunderstorms are concerned. So again, we still have that potential for a tornado approaching Parmalee right now. We've seen this pulse up and down the last couple of minutes. This is cross Highway 30. This is going to cross into the Martin County line here in the next few minutes. This is just to the north of Beargrass, but again, Robertsonville, Everett. Here's Highway 64 here, and then we'd be pulling up here towards Beargrass Road and then eventually out towards Williamston. If it stays on the same track, probably close to Oak City as well, and Hassels. So we're going to be close to those areas here in the next couple of minutes. Churchill 547. It looks like we'll be in the Rosemary community down the line 627. Cooley's Crossroads 605. Roper Springs 605. So that's going to continue to push its way off towards the north and east. Let's take it back up to the northern storm. That one continues to show very, very strong rotation. And I'm going to bounce back to this Edgecombe County storm too, because that one looks quite interesting. This one that is in northern portions of Halifax County, about to approach the town of Halifax. This area just got hit pretty hard about an hour ago. It's moving towards you again, so you need to be in a safe place. This is north of Scotland Neck, and it looks like we have a TDS marker, and that's the second time that's popped today. That's the second time that's popped today.
Aside, Patrick, we do have a reporter that's actually going to that area because of the tornado debris signature earlier. We have a reporter that's going there to get video of possible damage. So we should be, if there's any damage in around the Halifax County area this afternoon, hopefully we will have some pictures or video of that in the hours to come. But you're absolutely right. That is a tornado debris signature right there. We're still having spin with these storms. This is not over. This threat is certainly not over.
Yeah, and again, and when that TDS tripped earlier, that was over the same area that we got the possible confirmed damage from a tornado. So again, take this seriously, folks. If you live in Halifax, if you're north of the Roanoke River, be in a safe place, because eventually this is going to be pushing into Northampton County here in the next couple of minutes. I do want to go let me get a couple storm tracks on here. Rich Square 607, Bryantown 559. We got a couple of minutes for you guys, but again, this is going to continue to push up towards the north and east and cross US Highway 158 from Jackson back over towards Conway here in the next couple of minutes. Let's actually pull up a little bit. I want to, again, this is possibly a tornado on the ground here that's approaching the Roanoke River. I want to pull back up here north of Conway. Now, granted, this is getting way outside of our viewing area, but it's about to move into extreme northern Hertford County. There's a severe thunderstorm warning for that, but there is some areas of rotation. This was the storm that produced the damage back in the southwestern Halifax about an hour and a half ago. So again, this is about to pull up towards, this will say north of Ahoskie, north of Winton. This will be up here, basically pulling up into Virginia here in the next few minutes. So this thing's going to get off the board and pull into southern Virginia here in the next couple of minutes. Down to Edgecombe County. Now, I did see a storm that had just fired up into Edgecombe County.
That's where I wanted to go next, Patrick. Go ahead and you take it into Edgecombe County. I'm really getting suspicious of this storm right here near the Tarboro area. Yes.
Tarboro, Princeton, out along 64. This storm looks like it's starting to get fired up, and another one's firing up down here into the southeastern portion of the county, down towards Pine Tops and Caneta and Macclesfield. So again, we've got kind of three things going on here. We've got the one coming up towards Robertsonville, and again, there could be a tornado with that. We've seen it pulse up and down where there was a tornado on the ground, there was just a wall cloud. So that's about to cross Highway 64 just to the west of Everett. So Everett's being a safe place right now if you live out and through that area. And again, these two cells have fired up here in the last couple of minutes. This one possibly has some hail just north of Tarboro, coming up probably closing in on Speed and Hobgood here in the next couple of minutes. As that pulls up towards the north. There's no official warning on that, but there is some indication that it's starting to rotate a little bit. So we're going to be watching that for extreme northwest and northeastern portions of Edgecombe County, from just north of Caneta and Macclesfield back up towards Speed. Hobgood is an extreme southern portion of Halifax County. When you take Highway 121 up towards 125, it kind of tees there, and you take 125 back down towards Oak City. So again, that one, we're going to be watching that one closely. That one may be trekking up towards Oak City here in the next couple of minutes there, where the Hess station sits when you come up Highway 13. So watching that one closely. Again, tornado warning still in effect, and it does look like that storm is coming across Robertsonville and Everett as we speak in the Pitt County storm, and it may be wrapping up again.
storm, Patrick. Let's take a look at this picture here. Stephen, where is this at here? Wow. In Greenville, in 264. North of 264 is
further confirmation, as you're pointing out here, of the danger and the confirmed nature of this tornado as it moved through Pitt County, now moving into Martin County. And again, as we continue to get pictures moving, coming into our newsroom, we're going to continue to, of course, look at these as we go. I want to give everyone also a heads up. I'm getting more confirmed reports across the portions of Halifax County now. Let's go back there if we could for just a moment. We're going to be all over the place here. We're going to keep going right in through here. I'm getting this report right in through here to the southeast of Roanoke Rapids. This is the storm now of concern moving toward Lasker and Rich Square. We are getting reports now of the numerous power outages in this area. Very, very probable, very believable because of the debris signature that we're getting with our live Viper 9 from this particular storm as it's moving. We have crews that are carefully and safely going to be coming in the rear flank of these storms to get the information coming on in. And so with that being the case, that is why we have this particular deal. New severe thunderstorm warning just coming down, I believe, for the storm, Patrick, that you and I, Dante, we were tracking across Edgecombe County. It looks like that's now gone to a severe thunderstorm warning.
It's for Martin County, so I think they're about to
reissue again. Yes, that's right.
Reissue this as a severe thunderstorm warning. So it looks like they'll probably allow the tornado warning to expire. But from what I've seen, there may be a rain-wrapped tornado with that storm that's about to cross Highway 64 here.
64, absolutely.
So and see, there's the new volume scan coming in, and it looks like right here, this is going to be coming up towards Williamston. So Williamston being a safe place now. As this pulls off towards the north and east. And this is Highway 64 right here. Beargrass. This is Beargrass Road. Takes you back up towards the Bob Martin Agricultural Center, where the Hampton Inn sits, pushing back up towards Williamston. So again, if that stays on the same track, and I've seen a report that there could possibly be a rain-wrapped tornado with that, so you would not be able to see this like we've seen the other ones today. You would probably not be able to see this. This would be a little bit more typical for eastern North Carolina. Usually our storms are rain-wrapped, but this one a little bit more rain-wrapped. You see the lighter rain kind of wrapping around the back side of the storm. If that stays on the same track, Oak City would be just to the north as it's pulling up towards the north and east. That would be coming up toward, again, crossing 64, Everett's and Robertsonville, pulling up towards Williamston, and eventually that'll be into Bertie County. And again, they're Windsor and possibly out towards the Drew community, Eschewville.
Yes.
So we're going to be watching that very closely. Now, granted, again, this is going to be one of those things where we have the handoff issue from one office to another here in the next couple of minutes. Back up to the north, up into that storm that is about to cross the Roanoke River. It's still a very strong area of rotation. And again, Live Viper 9 was showing that TDS marker, the tornadic debris signature. If we can roll up towards Halifax County again, and show you again where that is currently located at. It's north of Scotland Neck, and is going to be crossing the Roanoke River here fairly soon. It's probably about to cross, we'll say, about to cross Highway 561 and Highway 258 here in the next couple of minutes, across the Roanoke River, and then pushing over into Northampton County. So we may have a tornado warning that is about to come down for Northampton County here in a couple of minutes.
Look at fringes of Hertford County, as you pointed out too, Patrick, a little while ago.
There is some rotation there, but there's no. Actually, I take that back. They just issued that warning.
They just came down. I just saw the polygon come up there. Sure did.
Yeah, so new tornado warning. This one's for Hertford and Northampton County until 6:30. The radar is indicating a tornado. There has not been a ground truth observation. That is not that storm. That's the other one that's lifting out. That's the original storm. That one is underneath a severe thunderstorm warning now. I wouldn't be surprised if there was possibly a tornado with that.
Well, with those low-level locks, that's definitely a possibility. Yeah, no doubt about it in northern Hertford.
But the one that they're talking about is this one that's about to cross into Northampton County near Rich Square, Lasser, Woodland, coming across the Roanoke River here in the next couple of minutes. So be in a safe place. Rich Square, Woodland, Lasser, crossing Highway 158 here probably in the next 15 minutes or so as it comes up towards, say, Murfreesboro and Conway, Severn. As we continue to push this up towards the north and east. There's so much going on the radar.
We have a live look outside the Dogwood Festival in Farmville if we want to take that.
Yeah, a lot of folks attending the Dogwood Festival and heeding the warnings, getting into their safe area.
And there you go,
it's
right
now
there,
assessing and trying to get back to some form of normal.